What's up? It's Jen. Today we're gonna make something that's called Meat Jun. It's a Korean dish that I grew up with in Hawaii, not realizing that it's not widely known in other places. It's definitely very regional to Hawaii, but it's basically a meat dish that's fried in egg, and then you serve it with rice and some banchan and vegetables. And one of my favorites growing up, and so we'll see how that goes today. All right, so here's our basic ingredients. I picked up some beef from the grocery store. Usually use sirloin. We're gonna slice it really thin and marinate it in some soy with sugar and ginger and garlic to give it some sweetness. And then we'll bread it in flour, toss it in a little egg, and fry it up. Pretty simple. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is make our marinade. So you wanna take some soy. Say that's about a cup and a half. Looks pretty good. Maybe 2 cups. And then add in some sugar. Add a half a cup of sugar. And some ginger. With the ginger, some of the things to note is you can always use a spoon to peel off the skin. This one's already peeled, but you can just use a spoon to scrape off all of the skin. And then just chop it up and dice it. I cheated and I used a microplane to do this, but it doesn't really matter because it's all going in the marinade, and you just want to make sure that that flavor gets in there. And then adding in some garlic and mix, and that's pretty much. You're just kind of making like a sweet soy teriyaki glaze, and that's what we're going to marinate our meat in. It's going to soak up all that really good flavor and make the meat a little sweet when we eat it. So the next step is cutting our meat. You can buy sirloin already thinly sliced from the market, but this is what they had. I went to the regular grocery store. So I'm just gonna cut these into just like thin, flat pieces. And so I'm gonna find the grain, make sure I'm going with the grain just to get it into these nice, meaty, good-sized chunks. So you have some nice pieces there. Okay, so now that our meat is cut, now we marinate. Also, growing up in Hawaii, we had these special marinating containers that have little pyramid pokies on the bottom. Don't know if it actually makes it any better, but go with tradition. Just add that all in there. Move it around. Make sure it's all in there. And let it set 2 or 3 hours. So now that the meat has been marinating, we're ready to cook. So we take the meat and we're gonna dredge it in some just plain all-purpose flour. And then here I've got some 4 eggs. We're gonna season it with a little bit of salt just so that way it has some flavor in there. And then we'll take it to our pan. So you just take the meat, drop it and dredge it in that flour. You wanna get a nice coating on it, because that's what's gonna make it stick to the egg. Make sure it gets coated. Wanna get lots of that egg on there and into our pan. And just let it go. So we're just gonna pan fry them until they're golden brown on one side and then flip. Beautiful. All right, so the final touch is the dipping sauce. So we'll add a little bit of soy. And equal parts rice wine vinegar. And then if you want it a little spicy, a touch of chili oil. And there you have it. Korean Meat Jun, a Hawaiian specialty, served with white rice and the sauce that you made with a little extra scallions for garnish. Hope you enjoy.